Now, let's dive into a book so compelling it has been adapted into a film. Everybody is dreaming of finding oil beneath their yard, but together with wealth always comes insecurity. Imagine, you get lucky, but your neighbors do not. You would not sleep peacefully.
I get the window from a glass, he must get the window from a glass. I get the step, he must get the step.
I found oil, he did not.
Great success.
And that hypothetical situation reflects the dark pages of American history, marked with crime, greed, and systemic racism. As the forgotten reality is more thrilling than any thriller, a stellar cast featuring Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, with Martin Scorsese as the director, plans to release a film on October 20th, based on the book Killers of the Flower Moon. Written by American journalist David Grann in 2017, the book unwraps a chilling chapter of a harrowing piece of strikingly dark and concealed series of events known as the Osage Murders, which occurred in the early 20th century. The Osage Indian Nation in Oklahoma got very rich from oil found on their Oklahoma reservation and were awarded rights in court to the profits made from oil deposits found on their land. But as a result, they became targets of a deadly scheme aimed at stealing their wealth, experiencing numerous mysterious deaths and brutal injustices. Officially, the count of the wealthy Osage victims reaches at least 20, but Grant suspects that hundreds more may have been killed because of their ties to oil. The book details the newly formed FBI's investigation of the murders, as well as the eventual trial. What's particularly haunting about Killers of the Flower Moon is the cold calculation and ruthless greed that fueled the countless murders and the exploitation of an entire nation. Gran manages to humanize the myriad of tragedies with intimate stories, while also underlining the systemic and rampant racism that enabled such atrocities to occur with relative impunity. The American writer Dave Eggers comments on the author and the book. He illuminates a sickening conspiracy that goes far deeper than those 4 years of horror. It will sear your soul. You don't have to be a history buff to be captivated by this book. Despite handling a historical topic, Gran manages to avoid becoming overly academic or tedious, crafting a work that is as engrossing as any fictional thriller. The book is not only a compelling read, but also a necessary one, spotlighting a dark, unacknowledged part of American history and making a silent plea for recognition and remembrance. If you're not planning on reading this book, here are some key points you gotta take away from it. Racial injustice darkens the pages of American history. The Osage people, despite their oil wealth, were systematically murdered and were not protected by the law. The Osage murders played a pivotal role in the development of the FBI and modern forensic investigation. The central motive behind the systematic murders was greed, which often comes together with immorality. Gran's investigative work demonstrates the powerful role journalism, unearthing historical injustices, giving a voice to the voiceless.
My nipples are always hard. I'm always hungry.